Welcome, Davina here. Today we're going to talk about sleep and how your hormones can affect your sleep, specifically melatonin and cortisol. And we are going to talk about some tips, tricks, some lifestyle and diet changes, and of course we're going to talk about essential oil strategies to help you with your sleep. So let's get started. Sleep is a 24-hour cycle. It's not just something that happens when you go to bed. In the morning, your body makes cortisol to wake you up. In the evening, it makes melatonin to make you sleepy. Hormonal factors that influence sleep can include making too much cortisol, making cortisol at the wrong times of day, and not making enough melatonin. For example, when you're getting a big energy spike whenever it's about time to settle down for bed, that may be an indication that you are producing cortisol at the wrong times of day, which is not a good thing. When your sleep cycle is functioning properly, cortisol will be at the highest between 6 a.m. and noon. From noon to 6 p.m., your cortisol levels should start to taper off. And at midnight, cortisol should be at its lowest. A healthy sleep cycle includes anchoring both cortisol and melatonin so that you are awake and alert when you should be and tired when you should be. Let's talk about reducing your cortisol levels during the day and evening with diet, stress management, exercise, and essential oils. Essential oils can be one tool combined with dietary strategies like reducing sugar and caffeine and making sure you get enough healthy dietary fat, and self-care rituals to reduce stress on an emotional and physiological level, as well as elevate your mood. Avoid coffee and other sugary caffeinated beverages in the evening. Both increase cortisol levels and interfere with sleep. If you are a coffee drinker or other caffeine drinker during the day and you aren't quite ready to give up them for good, I recommend placing a drop of orange, lavender, or peppermint oil in your palms and inhaling it deeply for a few breaths a couple times a day, or anytime you refill your caffeinated beverage. Not only are these essential oils very uplifting and will help improve your mood, they may also help you reduce your body's stress response to caffeine. Reduce your caffeine intake and definitely eliminate its consumption after 6 p.m. I know somebody who drinks 12 cups of coffee a day. 12 cups, you guys, that's insane. And they decided they were having some health issues and thought, okay, I'm going to cut it out cold turkey. And they did. They were good for 3 days, and then they went right back to it because their withdrawal symptoms were just so bad. So if you are a 12-cup drinker or a 10-cup drinker, or you drink a lot of coffee, make a plan and cut it out slowly and use your oils, the ones that I just talked about. Your peppermint, you got some lavender, and some orange. And actually, combine them all together. Orange is super uplifting and really boosts your mood, and lavender is great for calming you and makes you feel better, and peppermint is definitely a mood booster, and it can also help with occasional headaches, so great one to do. And I just put them all in my hand, mix them up, and rub them all together and take a deep breath. Take a couple deep breaths, whatever it is you want to do. It smells amazing. I love it. And then I'll rub it on the back of my neck. You see me do this probably a couple times in the videos. This is just my routine. And then I put it like around my temples that help with headache. And just, I even rub it in my hair so my hair smells good. If you're like me and have long hair, then you just smell it all the time. So those are great essential oils to help you with your stress response to caffeine, and also to help you get rid of caffeine out of your body or out of your daily routine. So that would be fabulous. And you may just see that your waistline is smaller, you're sleeping better because you got rid of the coffee or other caffeinated beverages. Okay? Too much sugar in your diet has an adverse effect on your hormones. Nutritionist Emma Thornton writes, "Nowadays, the problem is that our diets are saturated with far too much sugar. According to NHS guidelines, added sugar shouldn't make up any more than 5% of your caloric intake, which works out to about 30 grams of sugar a day for those aged 11 and over. When you overload your body with too much sugar, your blood glucose levels will spike and your pancreas will release more insulin. Eventually, the cells in your body will start to become resistant to the effects of insulin, or your pancreas will struggle to keep up with the demand. When this happens, excess sugar is left in your bloodstream, causing surges in your blood glucose levels that can have a number of unhappy effects on your health. If your body isn't able to metabolize sugar properly, then it will be stored in your tissues as fat, which is why obesity and blood glucose problems often go hand in hand. Repercussions of sugar on your weight are well documented. However, it's not as well documented about how sugar can affect your ovaries. If your pancreas is releasing more insulin, it can sometimes impact your ovaries, causing them to produce more androgen hormones such as testosterone. This can influence the development of the follicles in the ovaries, which can subsequently affect ovulation. PMS is another issue that may be influenced by a spike in your blood glucose levels. Cravings for sweet, sugary foods often cause a significant spike that can result in the release of cortisol. However, progesterone is needed to produce cortisol, so this can mean that your levels of progesterone may be lowered, leading to an imbalance that may worsen many of your symptoms, including cramps, as cortisol is often linked to inflammation. A Harvard article stated consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages, especially sodas or energy drinks, was linked to lower fertility for men and women. Women who consumed high amounts of fast food and little fruit took longer to become pregnant than those with healthier diets. I have 5 children, but believe it or not, I did have bouts of infertility. I could go years without using any type of birth control and would not get pregnant. And it wasn't until I would do something like a 21-day sugar detox. I did that once, we got pregnant. And the most recent time that we got pregnant was with my youngest, Cora. And obviously, she's my youngest. I did keto diet for 2.5 weeks along with Pio. And I also was using Progestance Plus during this time. And bam, we were pregnant. Baby number 5. So if you don't think that your diet is important and getting sugar out is important, I'm here to tell you right now that it is. I would go for years, like I said, without being able to get pregnant, and it was because I was not having the best diet at the time. So definitely get your diet in order to help you get your hormones in order. A great essential recipe to help you when you're having a sugar craving is 10 drops peppermint, 10 drops grapefruit, and 5 drops lemon oil in a roller bottle with a carrier oil. When you feel the sugar cravings coming on, rub the essential oil blend in your hands and breathe in deeply for a few minutes. It may help reduce your sugar craving, and I know for sure it will energize you and boost your mood. I love these smells of oils. So here we go. Whoops, about dropped it. Peppermint, lemon, and I don't got my grapefruit. Oh darn, hold on. I bet you I do. Give me a second. I carry tons of oils with me all the time. Peppermint right there. Sorry. I carry tons of oils with me. You can see in my bag. I have several sitting here, and then my bag is full. This bag is old, and it smells amazing. It smells like a ton of essential oils. But anyway, let's get back to the learning. I love Progestance Plus for fertility, health, and for sleep. Surprisingly, it is amazing for sleep. I personally use it in the evenings right before bed because I notice it makes me more tired than or when I use it during the day. And when I first got started with Young Living, one of the first people I shared with was a wonderful lady that I had worked with, and she had told me that she doesn't sleep. She dealt with night sweats, and she had tried pretty much everything to help her sleep. She was doing things that you wouldn't want to do to sleep, like taking Benadryl at night, and she was taking other things, and she decided to quit all that stuff cold turkey because she woke up one night on her property. She lived on a really big farm that had a pond, but she woke up climbing her fence, and just on the other side was the pond, so she was sleepwalking, and it terrified her so bad she just decided she was going to deal with not sleeping anymore at all. And so I suggested that she use Progestance Plus for her night sweats, and that she may try Sleep Essence because it has a bunch of good essential oils in it that are known for helping you relax, and it also has a little bit of natural melatonin in it. And she called me after about a week just in tears, and she told me, oh my gosh, I use the Progessence Plus and I never have to set an alarm because I wake up at the same time every night with a horrible sweat and I can't go back to sleep, so I just stay up. And she said, I almost was late for work because I didn't have an alarm set and I slept straight through the night like a baby. And she didn't even try the sleep essence because she didn't need it. She found the Progessence Plus helped her, and she was super excited and stoked, and just totally changed her life. She started to feel better. She looked younger because she was sleeping, and she just felt like a whole new person. And oh, I forgot about this. And she said, am I supposed to be losing weight? Because I am. And I said, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it can happen if you're have healthy hormones. So she also got the added benefit of a little bit of weight loss. So who knew? Cortistop is another one of Young Living's amazing products that helps to provide herbs and hormones to naturally balance the stress response. I mentioned Sleep Essence just a second ago, and the 4 essential oils that are in it that help with the calming and restfulness is lavender, vetiver, valerian, and ruta, and of course they are combined with a little bit of melatonin, and it is a natural way to enable you a full night's rest. And I have included a great article by pharmacist Lindsay Elmore in today's unit so that you can look into Cortistop a little bit more. Another great tip to have a great night's sleep is to set up a bedtime routine. You can start to dim your lights at 6 o'clock at night, and this tells your body it's time to start producing melatonin to help you get sleepy when it's time for bed. I love to set up an essential oil diffuser with great essential oils for calming and relaxing, like lavender or stress away or cedarwood or peace and calming. In fact, I really enjoy the blend. I really enjoy the oils lavender and cedarwood in a diffuser. They smell like heaven to me. Stress away has them both in it as well, with some other amazing essential oils in it as well. So dim your lights, put on a diffuser. Another great thing, if you get a chance to, is to run yourself a nice warm bath with some essential oils in it that are calming. I like to use Epsom salts and a few drops of the essential oils and let them sit and emulsify in that Epsom salt, and then dump it in and then take a nice calming bath. And then the next thing that you do is go to bed on time. And I like to set up a diffuser at bedtime, so I may carry my diffuser in my room with me, or I have one in there already. So if you don't have multiple ones like I do, you can carry it in your room with you, or just set up another one by your bed and do a wonderful calming blend there. And then I play soft music before bed, just something very soothing and calm and very low so it doesn't disturb me. And then I also take time to focus on my breath before bedtime, and what this does is when I do the deep breaths in and let them out and just focus on this for a few minutes, it keeps my mind from wandering and thinking of all the things that I should be doing, all the things I didn't get done that day, or the conversation I had with coworkers that didn't go great, or maybe that person that cut me off in traffic. It just keeps my mind from wandering because I have that one thing to focus on, and I will fall asleep as I'm focusing on those breaths. So it's great tips to do for going to bed. Now for my kids, I also do a bedtime routine. And what I like to do for them is I will run them a bath and do a little bit Epsom salt and lavender in that bath and get them bathed up. And then I will do some Young Living's either lavender lotion, or they have a wonderful seedling line for kids that has lavender in it. But I add an additional drop of lavender and I lotion my little ones up and then put them in their PJs. And I have a really awesome diffuser called Feather the Owl that Young Living came out with, and it has a soothing light on it. So like they have a night light, and you can do it in different colors, so that like red or the clear or the white or the ambient blue, I mean all kinds of colors. And I put that on, put the music on, and then put a soft soothing oil in there and just let it play, and helps them go to sleep. So my kids also have a bedtime routine that I do with them as well. I realized real quick that I forgot to give you one of the things that you're supposed to do for your bedtime routine, and that is 1 hour before you go to bed, you should stop looking at any type of electronics. So no tablets, no cell phones, no computer screens, all that should be cut out. And another thing to end your day off really well and to keep those positive thoughts going while you're sleeping is while you're doing that breath work that I talked about, think about all the things that you're grateful for and go through them slowly. So as you're taking a deep breath in, think about all the good things that you're doing, and then let that breath out slowly, and then let all the tension and negative things leave your body. And that will help you get a better night's sleep because you're taking in all the things that you're grateful for and releasing all the things that are negative and that stress you out. So definitely great tips to also incorporate and help you end your day right. And then when you wake up the next morning, hopefully your first thoughts of the day will be of those thoughts of the things that you're so grateful for. So great tips. I'm so glad that I remembered that because I wanted you guys to have that information. So you guys, that is it for today's class. I so hope you got so much value out of this class and you learned a few things about why it is that your hormones may be acting up and things that you can do to fix it. And also, I just want you to give me a comment and let me know what you learned the most out of this, what your biggest aha moment was, and maybe what you loved the most out of this video. This helps me out to know if I'm, hitting the mark or doing well. And also, I just love to learn and hear from you guys. So can't wait to get on for the next video and teach you guys some more. Have a great, great day and have a blessed evening. Thank you. Bye.